Hello ladies and gentlemen, Artentry here, and we are back with the SMITE A through Z. Today we took a look at Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty, and I say this and I talk about it quite a bit, but I feel like I have to really beat this point down. A lot of people will try and play Aphrodite as a support, and I understand their mindset because she heals and she helps the team, so therefore support. But SMITE supports are very different. SMITE supports are like a defensive tank. So you have your solo that's an offensive tank, your support that's a defensive tank, and they work together to kind of help control that front line. Again, exceptions to all of this, and there are other gods that could work here and there. There are like ADCs that can work really well in the solo lane, but generally this is the way to kind of do it. So I'm not saying Aphrodite can never work in the support lane, but I think a much more effective way to play her is in mid, because your healing is going to scale off your magical power. So you can't really afford to build tanky items anyway to try and exist in that solo lane and that support lane or the solo lane. So while she can 1v1 pretty well and has good sustain, it really hurts to take that tank away from your friendly team. Whereas you can still build into magical power, do some decent healing, while still providing a lot of utility to the team. And so maybe not going for a traditional mage build, like we've seen with like Agni or Apua or whichever, but we still have quite a bit of utility and power that we can offer. Through, and still picking up usual things like a Divine Ruin, but then also picking up the... hold on, please hold. We'll find it. Like the Rod of Asclepios. So this will increase our healing by 20%. There's one more that I'm trying to find, and I just cannot remember where it is. Please hold. The Lotus Crown. That's the name of it. Where we put our hat on and we increase their physical and magical protection for 5 seconds for any god that we're healing. So we can still get those utility focus and defensive items while still, just not sacrificing that tank. And I think that's really, really important. And I've had a lot of success with this mindset. So, Aphrodite, she's good. She can support and help the team, but just play her in the mid lane. It's totally fine. But that's going to be it for that. We will go ahead and get into today's video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Aphrodite today. Friendly team is Bellona, myself, Lancelot, Emir, and Neith. Enemy team Gilgamesh, Nox, Ao Kuang, Ishtar, and Xbalanque. Now, we are going to start off with a pretty standard mid build. And you'll have to bear with me because this is like the 5th time I've tried recording this. But we are... I'm kind of debating between Pythagorean's Piece and Soul Gem, so I'll think on it. Because the baseline stealths are kind of here, but yeah, I think we'll go for that. We'll do something spicy. So we are going to pick up some wards here and go ahead and pick up a beads just because Nox is annoying. Now, a lot of people will try and say that Aphrodite is a support, and she is not, because support in SMITE is very, very different. Support in SMITE is essentially, for the most part, a defensive focused tank. So if you play Aphrodite and you try and play her as a support, you are not going to scale up your magical healing very well, because if you try and build tanky items, then you are not going to be scaling up your healing, because your healing scales off magical power. If you try and scale up your magical power to increase your healing, then you are not going to be getting much accomplished by being that extra kind of beef and tank for your team. So there is that. Now, with Aphrodite, like I much prefer to kind of have her in the mid, but then we can also kind of build her into a bit of a support play style in mid lane. and still be a bit more defense oriented. I have no clue what's going on with this enemy team, so I'm just gonna kind of put some words up, try and see what's going on. Okay, Nox and Alquang are here. That silence is annoying. We actually don't quite pick up the kill. That was a really good like last second teleport. So going over this now and kind of getting that out of the way, Aphrodite, our passive is we like to be the center of attention. So for every ally or enemy god that's within like 70 units or something like that of us, then buddy, you can't just disrespect me like that. So we will gain some physical and magical protection. The first ability we picked up and that we've been throwing around here in the line, this is our lovebirds. They go out in a line, do some damage over time, and will heal us for just activating the ability. We don't necessarily have to hit a target with them. And then the second ability that we picked up is the back off. So we slam down our staff, we do some damage, and we knock back targets around us. And then the third ability we picked up, this is what really makes Aphrodite unique. And it's because it opens up quite a few uses. I'm just going to walk away from these auto attacks. She misses her root. So really, she's not that scary. But we can use it on either an ally god, and we will tether to them, which gives us both mana, but then also like movement speed increases, and will allow some of our abilities to interact a little differently with the target. Or we can use it on an enemy like that and get a stun. Okay, so she gets the root, but she can't really, like, we're playing in a way where she's not consistently able to get her combo, so that's pretty good for us. Now, the big thing with this is if we have a tethered ally already, that was good. But you traded making me back up for a half second for, doing damage to the minion wave. So, if we have a tethered ally and then we hit the stun, then what it's going to do is give our tethered ally a damage increase. This also interacts pretty uniquely with our other abilities. It will cause on our heal, it'll also, whenever we activate that, it will also give a heal over time to our tethered ally, and then our back off ability will also trigger off a second time, or like trigger off in a second location at the same time, is what I was trying to say, on our ally as well. So really able to maximize quite a bit of damage and disruption, as long as we can manage our smooch well. Now, at level 5, we did pick up our ultimate ability, and it's, again, a really unique one as well. It will give us and our ally, if we have one tethered to us, invulnerability. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a Pythagorean's piece, just to have that more supportive mage kind of playstyle. And provide that aura around us. So it increases, for us and our allies, magical power and lifesteal that we're getting. So just kind of help keep the team alive. I kind of go back and forth between this one and Soul Gem. But invulnerability will not only cleanse and remove, keep us immune from CC targets, from like crowd control, but it will also make us immune to damage. For the two of us, it's basically an Aegis and a Beads all bundled together. It's really, really good. Lancelot is thinking about going in. We're gonna go ahead and get the smooch on him just preemptively. We do see that they took this, so I'm gonna kind of ward here. If we want to try to evade this, I'm down. We'll burn it down really quickly. They are not able to get this. We get the stun on the Alquang, but we are in a silence. We're going to go ahead and throw some birds out. So again, even though we don't hit anything, we still get this. We're gonna get some good damage and actually auto attack and steal the kill. Now Lancelot is still running it down, but I think we're good. I think we're gonna disengage here and go back to our lane. So that was really good. So we'll clear this and be super, super safe. And you could just see that we're getting a ton of healing, because not only do we have that lifesteal, but also our birds are healing us as well. So what we'll do is we'll probably continue to grab a couple good mage items, but not necessarily power focused. Hello. I'm gonna prioritize getting the damage on those guys in the back. Alright. Just like, you didn't really have your other abilities. I didn't mean to level up my kiss, that sucks. But we will go for a couple items, like probably a Chronos Pendant to get that cooldown reduction, and then a whatchamacallit, a Divine Ruin, just because that anti-heal is really, really useful as well, and kind of provides that extra utility. I am going to try and rotate over to help our Bellona, make sure she can get out okay. She's getting invaded on super, super hard. Gilgamesh is going in. Alquang does blink in. I tried. I was like just a second behind. Go ahead and jump on me, bud. I dare you. Okay, you're over here. Yeah, we were just a half second behind on being able to at least make the Bellona immune to CC, which means she wouldn't have gotten the execute. Like, we were like a half second faster, we would have gotten that. Lost my train of thought. We're gonna get some usual items like Divine Ruin and Chronos Pendant, so we can get the cooldown reduction. But after that, we are probably gonna go for quite a few more defensive options and have some of that support kind of playstyle, but without sacrificing a tank. Gonna go ahead and get our smooch on our Lancelot here. But it looks like team is kind of backed off. I don't really think we can go in here. 4, 5. We'll go ahead and get smooch on Xbalanque, or on our Mir. We go in and we pick up the kill. We just kind of run it down. Now Ishtar is here, but she's backing off pretty hard. We're going to keep this heal going on the Emir. Let him just kind of calmly walk up to the enemy team. Burst down that. We get the stun. We get the auto attack kill, not with the birds. But we're doing great. Okay. So we will go ahead and pick this up. Now they are engaging really hard. Yeah, Neith does pick up a kill on the Alquang. We are playing really, really well. But yeah, we're going to look at some more defensive items like the hat that will increase the protections of the god that whenever we heal them. And we'll also pick up just probably like a Rod of, I think it's like Rod of Asclepios or something like that, which just increases ours and ally gods around us healing by like 20% or something like that. So again, much more utility focused in the mid lane. Was still able to put out some damage, but we're not sacrificing a tank to make myself a support. Lancelot does go in. We do go ahead and get the tether on him. I was like, I'm either going to get the tether on him, and that's okay, or we get the stun. Either one I was totally fine with. Bellona is pushing back here. Gilgamesh is low. We'll see if we can rotate over. Lancelot with that horse is going to be a little bit too quick for me to keep tethered to him, but he does pick up the kill on the Bellona. I'll see if I can rotate in. Never mind, Bellona doesn't need me. She's a strong woman. And this Lancelot's playing really, really well. I think he's the same Lancelot I just had a game with, and it was a monster. Like, it was really well. So we'll go ahead and secure this totem for the Bellona. She's getting good tower damage. Yeah, all in all, team's playing really, really well. It's 14-2 right now. Like, kind of playing insane. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get these. Keep scaling. Lancelot's rotating over to the duo lane to try and make something happen. We will go ahead and get that. Bellona does pick up a kill on Nox. And so a few videos ago, we kind of talked about the whole, if you're behind and you're still rotating, you're not getting anything accomplished and you're only falling even more behind on farm. And we're kind of seeing this example again with our the Nox. So we are, we've been a little bit ahead. We had a really good kind of first engage with this. We're gonna kind of hold our ground here for a sec, and then I'm just gonna leave. Get our cooldowns back. Get the heal. Knock him back. Yeah, we're fine. Like, we're totally fine. Throw some birds. We get the stun on the Nox, followed up by the back off. Throw some birds out, but it's not going to be quite enough. So yeah, there is a delay on that projectile going out, so it's not immediate damage. But like, look at that healing. That's so much healing. We'll go ahead and get a tether on this Bellona, because this is going to give us mana return too, which is something we're a little low on. And then we can get some pressure on this tier 2 structure. I don't think we're going to necessarily kill it, but we're good. We'll back off now here and throw some more birds. Nice and easy. Now they are backed off super hard. We've been in a really dominant position here. So we'll go ahead and take this real quick. Get some extra gold. We do see Chibalanka here, so I'm gonna make sure we're with the team. Lancelot's taking some damage, but we are gonna get the birds on him. Gilgamesh is low. We do pick up the kill. Beautiful. Yeah. Playing really well. Oh yeah, we haven't taken this, guys. We need to go kill this tower. But yeah. And team's going super well. And it's one of those, like, if you can stay back, keep these buffs on your team going, it really can just, like, a good Aphrodite can just steamroll their team out of control. Okay. Ishtar died to a camp. So that's always a great sign. Looks like they actually are rotating over to steal some farm and maybe make something happen in mid on this Nox. Lancelot is going in. Can she back off enough? She's just going to get out of here. But we'll throw some birds this way. And we are just so healthy. We're going to get this and just kind of top off Neve here. Looks like Alquang is here. We're going to follow up with another stun. He's going to get out, but Bellona's going to jump in with the ult. I'm going to get the heal on Lancelot as he starts to engage. I'm going to get the back off just for the damage. Get Neith rolling here. I don't really think we need our ult just yet. We steal the kill with the auto attack. Sick. And that's going to be a surrender. Oh boy, that's a 15-minute game. But again, it's like my 4th or 5th try trying to recording this, so I think we're just going to take it. So other things we would have built, again, would have been the Divine Ruin. Really good power, but good penetration, but applying that anti-heal is really, really strong utility as well. So really, really useful. And it's pretty easy for us to kind of just throw birds out, throw our back off, and get that healing reduction. Especially against enemy, player or enemy gods like. Oh, nice! Already commended him. gods like Alquang or something like that, where he's trying to heal through as he's auto-attacking, if we can kind of help shut that down, that's just that much more impactful. Other things we would have gotten, though, is, again, that hat to increase protections for allies that were healing, and then the rod to just increase our raw healing. And then, again, the upgrade where we get more power from our max mana, that kind of trade-off. I don't like the stasis one. I think it's bait every time. So again, went 5-0-5, a really, really dominant game from the friendly team here. And then still managed to pump out 5.5 player damage in a 15-minute game. We kind of had the enemy team push back really hard. Yeah, like 7 deaths on here, 4 deaths here, 7 deaths here. Like, friendly team played really, really well today. And I was kill stealing left and right, so it was great. But that is going to be it with Aphrodite, because again, that's actually the best game we've had. It's either like it was either even more of a stomp or horrible for us to play through with just disconnects, that kind of thing. So, but next we're going to be taking a look at Apollo, the god of music, and so it should be fun. Yeah, but we will see you guys next time.